Hi folks, in this video we're going to be looking at interest. There's two types of interest. There's simple interest and compound interest. We're looking at simple interest in this one. Simple interest is where you have a certain amount of money in a bank account. Let's say we've got £500 in a bank account and we get an amount of interest every year, and the amount of money that you get, the amount of interest that you get is the same every year. That's simple interest. In compound interest it changes each year a little bit. So let's say we have an interest rate of 4%. That's the interest rate, and we want to know how much money is going to be in the account after 5 years. Alright, so interest is basically just money that you get in the account every year. Alright, so the interest rate's 4%. We want to know how much we're going to have after 5 years. That's the question. So we start off with £500, we get 4% each year, and after 5 years we're going to work out how much they'll be. Alright, so first of all we need to work out 4% of £500. So 4% of £500, to do that we can just times 500 by 4 and then divide by divide by 100, or we can divide it by 100 and then times it by 4. 500 divided by 100 is 5, and then 5 times 4 is 20. So £20 is the amount that we'll get each year. So every year we get £20 in interest. So after 5 years, if we times that by 20, that will give us the total amount that we'll get on top of this £500. So after 5 lots of £20, in total, the total amount of interest is going to be £100. So that's how much is going to get put into the bank on top of this £500. So after 5 years, there's going to be £600 in the account, because there'll be the starting 500 plus £100 in interest, 5 years worth of interest. And that's it. We'll do one more example. Let's say we have £8,000 in an account, and the interest rate is 2%, and we want to know how much is going to be in the account after 6 years. Alright, so to work this out, it's simple interest. The next video will be compound interest. It's simple interest, so we're just going to work out 2% of 8,000, times it by 6 and add that on, and that's it. Alright, so 2% of 8,000, let's divide by 100 and times by 2. So if we divide 8,000 by 100, that's 80. 80 times 2 is 160. So that's the yearly amount. We've got to times that by 6. 160 times 6 is 600 and 360, which is 960. So £960 is going to be the total amount that gets added on. So 960 plus the starting amount 8,000 is 8,960. And that's it. That's simple interest.